Ako po si Father Gabriel Baldostamon. Yun ang religious name ko, na Father Gabriel Baldostamon of Mary, Mother of the Crucified. Sa Binyagan po, yung legal name ko ay Felipe. No? Ako po ay taga Marbel, no? Tubong Marbel. Pinanganak 1942. So, I'll be celebrating sa 2002, no? I will be 80 years old, no? Bilang pare, I will be celebrating this year in 2021, December 21. It will be my 50 years as a priest. And it's 5 years before that, 5 years after, it will be my, I was ordained a priest 5 years after my first profession as Passionist. You know? So I'm 55 years as Passionist this year. You know? Okay? Mula siguro ito nung first year high school ako. No? Dahil yung family ko, kahit na binyagan kami, binyagan ako nung June 13, 1943. Pero wala kaming education o kaalaman sa Catholic faith. Sapagkat ang papa, mama ko hindi nagsisimba. No? So, hindi ko nakaapak ng simbahan until first year high school. Dahil sa elementary school, public school. No? At pagkatapos ay nang mag first year high school, pina-enroll ako ng papa ko sa Notre Dame, dito sa Marbel. No? At yung unang instruction sa amin ng Marist Brothers, mga Amerikano pa noon, ang mga Marist Brothers, na kung ikaw ay Katoliko, dapat na pag Sundays, mag-attend ka ng Sunday Mass at may check-up. No? So, dahil may check-up, may penalty kung hindi ka, wala kang rason na maganda. Magtrabaho ka ng 1 hour under the heat of the sun. No? So, hindi ko gusto magtrabaho, kaya nag-attend ako. No? At nag-attend ako for the first time, Latin pa ang misa noon. No? At medyo nagustuhan ko rin. No? Okay. At dahan-dahan, no? Talagang nag-attend ako ng misa hindi dahil sa takot ng punishment. No? Okay. Kung hindi, medyo nakita kong interesting siya. No? Latin pa noon. So, nakakita ko ng libro, misal, na merong English at merong Latin. No? So, naintindihan ko yung nangyayari sa misa. No? At nagiging, para sa akin, yun ang parang calling na siguro. No? Na parang bakit sa lahat ng kaklasmate ko, kaklase ko, ako lang may interest ng ganon. No? At yung subject na religion ay nagiging favorite ko. No? Para akong 100 doon. No? Sa subject ng religion. Yung nang pumasok na ako, I entered second year college na. No? College ako. Nag-masok open ng seminary ng Passionist. No? Doon ginawa sa Lagaw. No? So, yung first year na yon, wala naman akong struggle noon, no? Kasi para bagang I fitted very well. No? For yung community life, no, it's quite challenging. Na 18 kami doon sa first year. No? And you have to learn to cooperate with each other because you live so close. No? Double decker yung aming tulugan noon. No? And so the adjustment of community life was a challenge. No? But I think I overcame it and I enjoy it also. No? So there was no difficulty in the first year. And I was sent to Cagayan de Oro no? At doon, you met other seminarians from different dioceses. There was not much struggle there also. Then I was sent to Davao, the regional seminary, St. Francis Xavier. Right? So, then after that, yung nag-examine para San Jose sa Manila. No? Unfortunately, during the battery of tests conducted by the Jesuits, no, I was found out na parang not fitted, no? Kaya pinalabas ako, no? Bumalik ako dito sa Notre Dame of Marble, tinapos ko yung kurso ko, no? Yung major ko English saka minor ang philosophy, no? So then I taught 1 year in Notre Dame of New Iloilo, no? And so parang sa akin, parang wala na yun, no? Parang the vocation is gone because okay. But after the end of my first year teaching, I was invited for a vocation seminar. I brought my students to attend, and while there, I was told that if I want to become a priest, I will be sent to Manila, and then, but as a diocesan priest. And I told the priest who invited me that if I will go back as to study for the priesthood, I will like to be a passionist. So when Father Harold, the superior then, heard that there's a possibility of my coming back, he went and interviewed me, and he says, okay, you join the first novitiate. So that was a struggle for me because merong although there was still that desire, but medyo nagkasintahan na ako, no? And so we have to break that relationship if I would like to go back, no? So I decided to go back, no? And so I went to the novitiate, no? And the novitiate, wala namang malaking struggle doon, no? Because sometimes siguro if you are made for that, no, hindi naman siguro ka magsa-struggle ng gusto, no? And then in theology, I finished my philosophy of 1 year after novitiate para mag-major, and then started the theology. During the theology, there was not much struggle also, no? Para bagang the only struggle there is with the American. We had 4 American students, passionists, no, in theology. So the struggle was to connect with them, no, because there is that feeling, you know, that they are more superior than we are, no, and so you have to prove yourself, no? You have to prove yourself, because I'm the first one to come into the congregation here in the Philippines. So para bagang na-challenge ka rin, no, na to compete with them, and at the same time, no, to see that they will also go to my level and I go to their level, no? So that was the not struggle but the challenge. In December of 2005, I was sent to Sweden, no? I've been there now for 16 years now, and still going, no? And I get the challenge naman doon, no, is first the language, no, the language, and then the culture, no. So which I like naman, no, kasi yung mission doon parang you go to the first world, no, talagang first world sila. Sweden is very much advanced, pero ang style ng buhay mo third world, no. Ditong style dito ng magpare sa Philippines, first world, kasi meron kang cook, no? Meron kang driver, meron kang tagallinis, tagalaba, gano'n na, no? Doon sa Sweden, ikaw tagalaba, ikaw taga-plansa, ikaw taga-luto, ikaw taga-shopping, lahat iyo, no? Wala, kasi mahal doon magkuhan ka ng katulong, no? Because you have to follow the law, no? Ang katulong will be more than your allowance as a priest, no? So you learn to live simply, no? And I think I like that also, no? Right? So the challenge ngayon daw sa Sweden naman is like say how to connect with the Filipinos all over Sweden. No? We have one parish, we're taking care of one parish, so one person, Father Nelson ngayon ang parish priest, and then we, the others, no, we are in the mission, so we have created, established 23 communities, Filipinos, no, and their families, and it's all over Sweden, no? So if we are based, for example, in Davao, once a month, meron pumunta sa Dajangas, meron iba pumunta sa Buanga, iba sa Cebu, iba sa Manila, iba sa Baguio, iba doon sa Ilocos. Ganun kalaki ang mission doon, no, ng Pilipino. No? So, well, it's a struggle, no, struggle to actually to reach them out, no, and to travel so long and so far, no. But it is also very comforting and also very satisfying because you meet the needs of others, no? Nakalimutan mo sarili mo, magbiyahe ka ng 4 hours, no, 12 hours. You reach them and then you minister to them, no? So it's also very satisfying, no, and very fulfilling. Okay, sa mga aspirants, no, dong talagang nag-iisip pa na maging passionist o magiging pare, no, advice ko nito is always listen to your heart, no. Some vocation comes to your mind, then it goes to your heart, no, sa puso ba. So sa puso mo kung anong sinasabi ng Panginoong Diyos sa iyo, no. Marinig mo yung salita ng Diyos sa mga pagbabasa sa simba, magsisimba ka, kung nasa aspirancy house ka, no, every day nagmimisa kayo, nagbabasa, no, ng salita ng Diyos, no. Pakinggan, no, at sa puso, no. Kasi meron siya nagsasabi nga na you must listen first with your ears, and then with your mind. With your mouth, you can repeat what you have heard, kung tama ba. And then, with your heart, no? With your heart. And meron isa nag-advise, listen with your hands, no? Ibig sabihin, ears muna, no? Pakinggan mo, makinig ka ng mabuti. Pero talagang sa mind mo rin kung anong nasasabi. Pagkatapambain mo sa puso mo, no? At higit sa lahat, yung hands. Kasi yung hands means to say action. No? Gagawin mo kung ano man yung sinasabi, no, ng salita ng Diyos na nakikinig, naririnig ninyo. No? And then, when you can do that, then you'll be honest with God, no, who called you. No? Kasi ang Diyos man ang tumatawag sa atin. No? Hindi tao, no, kundi ang Diyos. No? So yung vocation is always God calls, you respond, no? And so yung attachment mo sa Panginoong Diyos na tumawag sa iyo, hindi yung mawawala, no? So anong mangyayari sa loob ng seminary o sa aspirancy house o novitiate, no? Yung mga pare na tumutulong sa iyo, they are just helper of God. Katulong lamang yan sila, no? Pero ang talagang nag-perform sa iyo ay ang Panginoong Diyos. Minsan-minsan meron kang director na mabait, no? Wise, ano. Minsan-minsan meron iba na medyo stricto, medyo ganon-ganon, hindi mo nagugustuhan, no? Marami kang criticism. Pero hindi naman sila ang mahalaga. Ang mahalaga ay you are in contact with the one who called you, no? And be sincere, no? Contact with Him, prayer, through meditation, no? Through study, no? And so concentrate on what you read, what you think, especially mga inspiration na dumarating sa puso, sa isipan natin during prayer, during spiritual reading, during study, no? No? Importante talaga yung spiritual connection mo sa Panginoong Diyos. No? Sapagkat all the others are just help. Lahat na experience niyo sa seminary, no? Whether it's you're happy or you have difficulties, no? These are just events that God sends to you so that you can think about it, reason about it, and then act on it. But always remember, it is God, no? Is behind everybody, everything that happens in your life, especially as you're aspiring. Sometimes there are difficulties, no? There are hindrances, no? That blocks, but these are just part of your training, part of the test, whether that vocation is heard properly and responded properly. So, be true to the God who calls you. You are responsible to Him, not to your director, not to your fellow seminarians. No, you are responsible to God who called you. No, of course, when God calls you, no, He will use people, no, around you, no, and you will be formed by the people that is surrounding you. So, but connect with the one who called you. That's the most important thing, no, because even after your formation, no, even as a priest, ganon pa rin, no, ang mangyayari. No? Your source ng call mo, the soul inspiration mo is always ang Panginoong Diyos.
Warm greetings to everyone. Hi, this is Father Vivian L. Nuera CP of the Passionist Fathers in the Philippines. You just call me Father Yoyo. I'm here to promote our religious and missionary congregation called the Passionist. You know, the Passionist congregation was founded by St. Paul of the Cross in 1720. And as a community of priests and brothers, we share the same inspiration and charism of our founder received, quote unquote, to keep alive the memory of the passion of Jesus Christ, which we believe is the greatest and overwhelming work of God's love. 300 years ago, we had been carrying this message of love and compassion through our preaching and mission to more than 60 countries and 400 communities across the globe, including the Philippines. Mindful of the reality that the harvest is great but the laborers are few in the vineyard of the Lord, my primary task as a vocation director is to promote vocation of priestly and religious life in the church, especially in the Passionist way of life. Now, the question is, how can become a Passionist? Simply, we invite young male Catholic ages 18 to 35 years old, in particular senior high school, college level, young professional, at least with the right motivation and free will to serve God and the church through the Passionist way of life. Another thing, has an intellectual capacity for serious studies, and of course, physically fit and psychologically mature commensurate to his age, and above all, good moral and a sound Christian life. Then, if you feel that you are called and gifted to give your life for the mission of the church to love and serve, then you are not far of being called to live a joyful community of the Passionist priests and brothers. Since vocation is a call and free response to the call of God, I would like to challenge young people out there. Are you called with burning passion? Then meet and join the Passionists. Be a religious, be a missionary Passionist. Tara na!
Once upon a younger year, when all our shadows disappeared, the animals inside came out to play. Went face to face with all our fears, learned our lessons through the tears, made memories we knew would never fade. One day my father, he told me, son, don't let it slip away. He took me in his arms, I heard him say, when you get older, your wild heart will live for younger days. Think of me if ever you're afraid. He said one day you'll leave this world behind, so live a life you will remember. My father told me when I was just a child, these are the nights to never die. My father told me.
As the Catholic Church in the Philippines celebrate the 500 years of Christianity, the Congregation of the Passion of Jesus Christ celebrates its 300 years of mission in the communities throughout the world. In the past years, the Church has produced priests and brothers and continues to encourage young men to answer God's call to tend His flock as each shepherds. As the formator and director of St. Gabriel College Seminary, I encourage all the young men out there to try and experience the beauty of being a Passionist aspirants. Walang mawawala kung susubukan ninyo. Try nyo lang, and I am certain that it will be a fulfilling and memorable experience of your life. Promise, hahanap-hanapin ninyo ang buhay seminaryo. Come and join us.
These are the nights that never die. My father told me